Hello, my name is Nihilum and welcome to the fourth episode of the Let's Play series. Between last clip and this clip I've gathered resources, you can see them there in the back. And I also filled out the land as I promised. And I actually did way more than that. I got a little carried away. So right here, about here, there was a big chunk of land that also leveled out, and I did a little terrain work here as well. And at the back here, behind the iron farm and the storage, there actually used to be about 15 block tall wall here, because I have just leveled out the terrain to here, but instead I have removed a huge mountain here and terraformed it so it looks decent. And as you can see, I actually filled out this complete area over here as well. You can see where the river used to go by the grass here. So it swung in by here and around and following the mountain. So I moved it instead. And I spent way more time than I like to admit to make it look like it's supposed to be a river, but I'm still not really happy with this, but I decided I don't want to spend any more time on it. I also removed a strip on each side of the road to make it the correct size, so this should be 15 blocks wide now. Yeah, and I did that everywhere, so all the roads are the correct length. I also marked out where the new road is going to be. I actually forgot to add it up here, but I'll do that later. As I promised last episode, we are going to build the new stone farm, and as you can see, this is the materials, and almost each shulker box is completely filled with stuff. So it's going to be quite a time lapse. So without further ado, let's get some building done. Note to self, if you're building a huge farm and the building around it, don't do it in the same episode. What you just watched was me building for 15.5 hours. But it's done, and it's magnificent. I'm pretty proud of the build. There's a few things I'd like to change, but overall, I'm really happy with the result. I put in grass after I finished the time lapse, put in doors, fixed a few redstone mistakes, and turned on the farm, stuck the storage with shulker boxes. And as you can see, the bamboo farm is churning out bamboo. The furnaces aren't running, and I'll show you why in a bit. I had it running for some time, and I have gotten plenty of resources. This just is the cobblestone I had already. This is the cobblestone I've gotten while I've been AFK for a while. I haven't put too much detail in some of the rooms. This room could use some finer details. And the two farms themselves are just empty rooms for now. I wanted to make a few extra things and some design, but I had to limit myself, otherwise I would never have completed this week. It's important to know when to stop. And I hope at some time in the future I can finish it up when I gather more experience building things and doing finer details. So as you can see here in the back, I've built new types of truck, this one carries cobblestone and this one is on the way to pick up the next batch or whatever. Then I added a few pallets and a forklift, either on the way to set down a pallet or pick one up. And this is just a outside storage fly. Here in the back, I didn't really know what I wanted to put. I thought of putting some dumpsters here, but I couldn't figure out how to make one. So I just put in some trees and used some bone meal and grass. But as I said, maybe someday in the future we'll change that. I'm not too happy about the walls because there aren't really any details apart from the glasses. But I'm thinking that at some point I'll make buildings here instead of a road. So whenever I get to that point, I'll build something in front of it so it doesn't look so bland. So about the furnaces not running. So after I finished the details and checked it and turned on the farm and AFK'd in the room to check that everything worked, I took down all the leftover items I had out here in shulker boxes and put in the storage, and I AFK'd in the storage while the storage was sorting itself. And when I got back the next morning, I came in and I saw the furnaces wasn't running, and I got a little confused because they should be. I put plenty of TNT in the system and it should have been able to run for days. And I went out and I checked. The bamboo was coming in, but there wasn't coming in stone. And that's what I was greeted with this. So it turns out my reliable cobblestone generator isn't that particularly reliable. And what I suspect happened is that the distance to my storage is exactly enough to lazy chunk load this. And because I stood over there for so long, this machine primed about 7 stacks of TNT. And when I get back, it exploded at the same time. And I think that some of the TNT have flown in different directions. Considering it's 7 stacks of TNT exploding at once, this is minimal damage and it's fixable. I just didn't bother. I went, I turned around, I stopped here and I logged out. That was too much for me after building for 15.5 hours. So I know what's wrong, and I'm pretty sure I know how to fix it as well. But I'm not going to do it today because I want to finish this episode, and I need to make a separate video about it because that farm is also one of my showcases, so I want to fix it as soon as possible. So if anybody has built that farm, they can put in the fix so it doesn't happen. Anyway, for the rest of the episode, I'm thinking I'm gonna do all the roads, fill them in. As you can see, there's this road that has never been filled in. This one too, and this one is the road I'm going to remove, and I'm going to fill this in with grass. This is the old road separating the old cobblestone farm and the tree farm. Just to tie in the area together. I'm tired of seeing this half-built mess of a base. As you can see, you can clearly see how much I have terraformed here around the place recently, and to me it looks much better. It looks like a complete base. And it's going to be even better when the roads are finished. So, oh, it's dark suddenly. Let me just get some... No, I think I'll remove the concrete first so I have that to build with. Anyway, be right back. While I'm filling in this road, I wanted to talk about last episode. If you've seen it and you noticed I was talking slow and had more breaks when I was talking, it was because every episode I'm doing some sort of challenge to myself to try and improve my recording skills and my building skills or my speaking. And that particular episode I put down the challenge, or test if you will, that I had to do the episode or each clip, and I only had 3 attempts. So if I botched the 2 first attempts, I had to take it really slow, and I did use most of the temps every clip, but it was a good success. I can clearly see that I've improved speaking, but it's not something I want to do every episode. But once in a while I want to try it out to see if I still can see some visible improvement. Alright, I finished all the roads, added crosswalks where crosswalks should be. I filled in the old roads. So as you can see, it's tying the place together much better than before. The road here I haven't finished because over here is a flower forest, and I plan to make use of that sometime in the future. I don't exactly need colors right now, dyes, so that's something that'll have to wait. Also added a road back here along the storage. The only thing left to do is to add the sidewalks and some lighting. But I haven't decided on a design yet. And I'm pretty much out of time now. I don't think I'm going to make the sidewalks during episodes. I think I'll do that off camera and just bring you in on how far I've progressed. I can't really make the sidewalks around the roads where I haven't finished the builds, because I don't know how much of it is going to be needed. As you can see here, you won't be needing sidewalk, and on the sides you won't be needing sidewalk. But I can finish around the stone farm and in front of the iron farm, no problem. I'm not sure if I'm going to make sidewalk here yet, because this might as well change up quite a bit. And as you can see, the old map, it looks nothing like what we got now. Maybe I should update that. Yeah, give me a second. As you can see, there's a huge difference. So in a couple of episodes we've changed the area quite a bit, and it's only going to change more when we finish the farms here and expand the base. As you can see, the map is almost filled out, so it won't be long before we have to maybe name this district District South or something and add another. But that's it for me this episode. I've completely run out of time, and I need time to fix the stone farm and also start the design on the storage. So I hope you liked this episode. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments about the build, please leave a comment below. Take care. Bye bye.